Okay. Hopefully I can get in. I'm trying to get in a lot of videos today, so I can this is my futile attempt to catch up here. Okay, so something struck me the other day. I'm not sure if I was talking about it with my Kevin sisters or I think it was sort of a few things happened that got me thinking about it, and it was I talk a lot about in my videos about involving your spirituality and your magical practice in numerous facets of your life. Okay, so with like the music that you listen to, with your daily, routine of your magical practice, your spiritual practice, whether that's making sure you get some spiritual studying in, even if it's only 15 or 20 minutes out of a book or some articles online that are relevant. If it's just lighting a candle and some incense to set your day, if it's playing music in the morning to sort of set your mood for the day, cooking foods that are supportive and enhancing of what you're working on in your life. So all these different aspects, okay, smell, sight, taste, touch, and sound, okay, because what we need as humans is we need to connect physically. We need to use physical symbolism and physical acts to connect with our spirituality, because we can't see that. So we have to use what we can do physically as sort of a conduit, as sort of a connector, okay, to mesh these two things together. And one thing that I think people really overlook, I think people overlook a lot of those areas. I think if people started their day off, if they took 5 minutes to light a candle, light some incense, and put on a song or some type of music that is spiritually supportive or that just makes their soul feel good in the morning, I think I could cut like the bad days in half, I swear. So, just a little self-care, a little self-preservation that goes a long way. And part of that is, sort of dressing the part, okay? The wearing colors or clothing that enhances what you're trying to work on at the time or achieve, So a big thing for me, I was taught from a very young age. I was raised by my grandparents, so I have some kind of old school things instilled in me that I don't think maybe people nowadays are getting instilled in them. And one was I was always taught to dress as nice as I could. Even if I didn't have nice clothes, at least they were clean and they were pressed, because you never knew who you were going to meet and you never knew what kind of opportunity you were going to be presented with that day. And while looks shouldn't matter and how we're dressed shouldn't matter, that's not the real world, and we all know that. And if it's not the real world, then why even think about it? Just, do what you got to do to set yourself up for the best that you can be. So I get a lot of, I run my Botanica out of my home. And I think when a lot of people hear that I work from home, I think they think I sit in my sweatpants all day in front of the computer. But the truth is, I worked today. I did orders today. I got up. This is what I look like today. This is what I look like if a client or a customer or a neighbor stops by and they need to buy supplies or they need a reading. This is what I look like. Okay, I get up, I get my shit together, I slap some lipstick on, and I make it happen. Okay, and that's a big. It has been proven. There are lots of studies online that show if you get up and you put a little effort into maybe putting on something that boosts your confidence, boosts your self-esteem, makes you feel good, even if it's just a piece of jewelry you like. Maybe you've had a piece of your grandma's jewelry and you don't ever wear it. I mean, she bought it because she liked it. Break it out and slap it on. So do some things to bring the colors of what you're working on spiritually, what you want going on spiritually, what you want to manifest. Bring it into your physical realm, okay? Put it on your body. If there's maybe, a good thing to do is maybe you want to work on love. Okay, so research some stones for love, and then, dig around in your jewelry box. Maybe you've already got something with those stones in it. Or maybe you want to go buy a cheap $5 beaded bracelet that's made out of rose quartz or something like that. Or maybe you want to go down to the craft store and buy some of the gemstones and string your own necklace or bracelet to wear to enhance those energies and those feelings and those goals. My point is that you have a whole canvas to involve your spirituality on, and I think people are really missing out on that. So one thing I try to do, and this may be a little extreme for you guys, you don't have to do this, but I'm telling you what I do right now, and this is part of my life and how I go through my days. I sort of each day of the week, I correspond to the different orisha that I work with. Okay, so Monday's Elegua, Tuesday's Ogun, Wednesday's Oya, so on and so forth. So on that day I wear those colors, okay, because on that day I'm either doing services and spell work and readings for my client, or I'm doing orders for my customers. So what I'm doing by getting dressed that day in their colors or wearing stones that represent them or jewelry that represents them is I'm evoking. That's a very easy way to evoke and also invoke their spirit and their energy into me in the work I'm doing that day. So I want to bring all of the positive attributes of that orisha out that day, and I want to channel them in any way I can. Any gemstones I can wear, any colors I can wear, the perfumes I wear, different scented oils for different, for different orisha that I'm working with. If I'm working with Oshun that day, I'll wear something very sweet smelling. I'll wear big gold jewelry. Things like that. So another part here comes into, you got to learn your correspondences. Maybe you follow a different pantheon than I do, okay? Maybe you're into Norse or Celtic or Egyptian or whatever, Hindu. So start looking up the correspondences of those deities, their days of the week. Just start with one. Get one you already know, you already like. Look up their day of the week. And okay, it's Friday. Okay, on Friday. And then what are that deity's colors? So wear something that day that is, that's representing that deity. That's sort of, and then you begin, as you start doing this, we know that we attach energy to things the more we work with it. So, the more often I take this lipstick and I put it on, and I tell myself when I put it on, that this is the most beautiful shade of lipstick, and I feel so beautiful when I put it on, and it makes me feel amazing, and I am amazing. So we know that we can imbue an object with energy, just like you can imbue this crystal with energy that you use in your work, or maybe this alligator foot, or maybe this coin when you're doing prosperity work. Or, this, Palo Santo that you burn because you associate it with purification, you're purifying your space. So if you can associate all of these other connections with these spiritual objects or these curios that we use in our daily work, why can't you attach that same intent and that same energy to your clothing and your perfume and your hair and your lipstick and your shoes? I mean, it is absolutely a matter of, we give things power by focusing that on them and saying, that is what it means to me, that is what it represents, and you feed, it's reciprocal. The more you put into that thing, the more it's filled up with that, and the more it starts to become what it's told, just like we become what we're told. Okay, and we need to be told that we're beautiful and we're smart and we're strong and we're confident and we're awesome and we can do anything. We need to be told those things. We tell our children that. I hope people are telling you that. Everybody needs those encouragements. And the more you're told something, that's what you become. So you have to take that intent and put it in the everyday objects around you to make them magical, to make them spiritual, to make them alive, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there and maybe give you guys something to think about with how you take care of yourself, your self-care, how you dress. They always say, dress for success. So you guys set yourself up at the beginning of every day with a little bit of spiritual time. And, like I said, just start with one day of the week, maybe one clothing item, one jewelry item that really represents an energy that you want to evoke and invoke into your spirit and into your life. And if nobody has told you guys, I love you guys, and you're beautiful, and you are strong, and you are worthy, and you are smart. Opportunities are coming your way, blessings are coming your way, and you deserve all of them. So I hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.